What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. To get us started in today's video, we've got quite an interesting video from James Rule. Hats off to John Deaton for voicing his opinion, because at this point, we all feel the same way.
I got to tell you, I know for a fact that I speak for so many people when I say that we are so frustrated that you have a congressional oversight hearing, you have senators on the banking committee, you have House representatives in Congress, and there's no damn oversight ever done, because it seems like this guy he treats it like an invite to a birthday party, and that he has a choice. I'm not going to go to that one. Oh, the Democrats are in charge now, I'll go to that one. Oh, Elizabeth Warren's going to send me the questions and the answers, and I'll go to that one. But where I just never see, you're the chairman of the Securities Exchange Commission of the United States. Sit down and answer some goddamn questions. Justify your $2.4 billion, justify your existence, justify that you're protecting people, justify that you're doing things for capital formation. It's frustrating. And I know my frustration is very in line with a lot of people out there, because we've never seen a guy that just ignore the oversight. And so, listen, people don't hear me bitch, but let me ask you something.
As always, welcome back to Money Side, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. Moving forward to what's happening in the crypto regulatory world, we can see that Coinbase received a Wells notice from the SEC, despite asking for reasonable crypto rules for years. It's quite frustrating that the SEC is always quick to consider courts over constructive dialogue. But if courts are required, there's no choice than to face that reality. Coinbase is ready to defend the rule of law. A Wells notice warns the company of potential violations of U.S. securities law. Following the news' release on Wednesday, Coinbase shares dropped by almost 12% in after-hours trading, adding to a loss of 8.16% during regular trading hours. About a year ago, John Deaton predicted that the SEC and Gary Gensler would start to go after cryptocurrency exchanges, mentioning Binance and Coinbase in an interview with Fox Business. While Deaton's prediction hasn't happened yet, it now seems more likely than ever as the SEC continues to establish authority over the developing crypto market.
Make it clear, there are pump and dump schemes, there are fraud that's going on in any industry, including the crypto industry. But what you have is a few of these players who are using highly leveraged strategies, and the house of cards are falling. But you cannot paint an entire industry with the broad brush. Liz, I went on record to say I believe Gary Gensler is going to sue an exchange, whether it's Coinbase or Binance or another exchange in the United States, by the end of the year.
More on that. We've got a video that was shared by John Deaton. Over a year ago, he said that he would advise a company not to go in and cooperate with the SEC. It's a trap. As a publicly traded company, you can't blame Coinbase for trying to work with the SEC. Coinbase did what a good company should do. The SEC is bad.
Because we hear Gary Gensler say, come on in, come on in. We heard Bill Hinman say, and Jay Clayton said, come in and we will work with you. I have to tell you, Jeremy, if someone such as yourself came to me today as a lawyer seeking advice, I would say, don't cooperate.
Correct. That's my advice. I tell blockchain entrepreneurs, hide as much as you can do, obscure everything that you're doing. Just hide as much as you can. And that's messed up, because that's what we did. We went in, we were maximally transparent. We said, here's the spreadsheet that you can download of a literally line by line of everything we're doing with our money. And all I did was get punished for it.
In more interesting news today, we've got a tweet from the digital asset investor. Now, according to a video he shared in one of his tweets, the Bank of America has warned of a systemic credit event. And oh, did he just mention XRP?
The VIX, the volatility index, cratered like 11%. You got crude oil up 2.75%. Let's talk about XRP. All right, my XRP friends out here. How about a 25% gain today on XRP? That's pretty incredible. Bitcoin over 28,000. Gold took a hit, falling about 2%. Silver took a hit as well, falling about 1%. What's interesting about that is the relative to the dollar was kind of flat. Okay, roughly, almost just slightly negative with regard to the relative strength of the dollar. Now, the 10-year yield, 3.6, MMRI higher. Okay, so it's an interesting paradox we have here. But, we're paying attention to all this stuff going on. Look, I can't tell you for how long this guy and all of us here have covered the instability here in the debt market, which will lead up to this, a locking up of the entire system. You remember the word they started to use, I think it was yesterday, credit flow, credit flowing through the markets, debt, liquidity, all the same thing, credit flowing through the economy as well. We got a pretty stark warning, and we don't need these warnings from these blank SHIT dog blank institutions here. Bank of America is saying here, have it written down. Bank of America is warning of a systemic credit event. Now, those of you that may not know what that is, did that sound like a positive thing to you? Warning of a systemic credit event? What they're talking about is a systemic debt event, an implosion of the debt market.
Another update now from Rise XRP. John Deaton yet again issues a public statement saying that Ripple is going to win that lawsuit against the SEC. The SEC will lose its summary judgment in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit.
Very confident, and I've said it on record, I'll say it again. I believe the SEC will lose. Remember, Charlie and I even have that bet. I believe the SEC will lose its summary judgment motion as it's written. That doesn't mean the judge can't split the baby, and it depends on how aggressive she is on wanting to get into the evidence. But the SEC lost their expert for trying to show that XRP holders would have relied on the efforts of Ripple and that they were induced by Ripple. And there's no expert to say that there's no non-investment use of XRP. And then, of course, you have XRP holders brief, you have spin the bits brief, and all the other amicus brief, and you've got 3,500 affidavits from XRP holders saying why we used and purchased XRP. And some of them say for investment, like many people did, and many of them talk about for the particular use and moving money and being paid and all those other things. And so there is an area where the judge could say whether or not XRP was purchased for non-investment reasons is an issue of fact for the jury to decide. She could say, as a matter of law, the SEC has not that no reasonable jury could conclude there's a common enterprise and fine for Ripple. Or she could say whether or not there's a common enterprise is an issue for a jury. So it really depends. I'm confident that they're going to lose. And I believe that Ripple has the better chance of an outright win than the SEC does.
And now as we wind up on today's video, Mr. Intuitive shared such a powerful video saying, if you were mocked or called crazy for being an XRP holder, this one is for you. Craig DeWitt said it, not us. It seems like it's finally time for XRP to shine, especially now that the probability of Ripple winning the case against the SEC is high. XRP could end up being the only asset available for trading in the United States.
Have you been mocked? Have you been called crazy? Then this one's for you. Drop in the comments of how this made you feel. With the Coinbase's Wells notice from the SEC and the chance of a big Ripple win in court, XRP could be one of the few assets available for trading in the US.
Always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and please click on that subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next Money Side.